Hey, Channel Insiders, I'm your host, Katie Bavoso, and welcome to this episode of Partner POV, brought to you by Hack the Box. Oftentimes, doing business with massive enterprises means a lot of red tape and a long process. That's why Hack the Box prioritizes doing business through channel partners. Today, you'll hear how Hack the Box works with partners to grease the wheels and expedite deals with some of the largest brands and open up new revenue opportunities for solution providers and resellers. I'd now like to welcome my guest today, Enterprise Account Executive at Hack the Box, Heather Hoddinott. Welcome, Heather.
Hey, great to see you this morning, Australia time, Katie. Thanks for making some time in your afternoon for me.
Great to see you this evening and East Coast time for me. Thank you so much for making time in general. I would love to start today, Heather, by exploring Hack the Box's solution portfolio. Hack the Box, or HTB as I like to call you sometimes, is very focused on upskilling cybersecurity teams through a gamified approach, as of course you know. But the first thing on every business leader's mind is their budget. So why should chronically underfunded and perhaps even under-resourced cybersecurity teams consider adding on Hack the Box solutions? And how can your partners approach this subject with those perhaps hesitant clients?
Yeah, it's a great question. Thanks, Katie. Honestly, you almost hint at it in the way that you say, and if you're underfunded and under-resourced, the most important thing that you can do is invest in your people, because when you have very few resources, you're asking your people to do a lot. And I'm assuming most people who are listening, if they're at all familiar with cybersecurity, they've heard our number one phrase, the cybersecurity skills gap. It's the phrase that creates endless articles, endless news. There aren't enough cybersecurity practitioners out there. And the good ones have plenty of options for their career. If you're going to be an employer of choice, if you're going to be a great place to work, you need to be investing in your staff. And one of the easiest, most budget-friendly ways to do that is to be providing your teams with a platform like Hack the Box. Hack the Box not only provides education and a platform to build the skills of your existing team to move them up to the next level and certify them and give them those education opportunities thereafter, but also education opportunities for people to cross-skill into cybersecurity, which is a major opportunity, as well as the labs and the environments for people to display and practice their skills, so you know that your teams are incident ready. You know that your teams are capable of going out and performing when it really matters. So when you're looking at budget line items, it's often an area that people, oh my gosh, we'll just put in another piece of technology. We'll just put in another piece of technology. None of the technology matters if your people are continually uninvested in, because they can go elsewhere. And even if they don't go elsewhere, how are they going to have the skills to stay up to speed with the pace that things are moving in the world right now? Right? Cybersecurity is a very fast industry. One of the ways that Hack the Box really differentiates from anything else I see on the market is our time to release like the best content in the business, right? We help our teams stay incident ready, be aware of the latest threats, latest attack vectors, and get hands-on experience with them fast. This is one way that actually can be quite affordable, quite easy to justify from an expenditure point of view, that can make your team feel like you really care and show that you're putting your money where your mouth is, both into your people, but also up to your executives, that, hey, we're making sure that we aren't just throwing away money on new tech, we're building the capability to really excel. Beyond that, in terms of, I think you had mentioned the partner piece of things, and how we work with partners, or what the value add for partners is. We're extremely lucky here at Hack the Box from an enterprise perspective, because we were built by hackers for hackers, right? We're really incredibly trusted within that community because we've been serving them exceptionally well for over 8 years at this point. We were started by somebody who was an aspiring hacker who wanted to be able to test his skills without getting arrested, which was a pretty ambitious goal. That was the seed of the journey that we're on today, where we now build hands-on training and readiness labs for offensive and defensive cybersecurity practitioners. I always say, if it's anything hands-on technical cybersecurity, we're going to have best-in-class training to keep those folks where they're at, up to the next level, branching into other directions, right? And we have a lot of expertise on how to build those programs. For partners, I think we're great at being incredibly credible. Almost every hands-on technical cybersecurity practitioner will be familiar with Hack the Box. We have a community of 3 million users who've used us at some point in their own individual training journeys. And to bring that into them as an enterprise solution, they know the quality. They know that it's fun. They know they're going to get value out of it. So it helps you as a channel partner bring something to the team that they're actually going to be really excited about.
Heather, you also talked about the credibility behind the Hack the Box name, the value that customers and partners alike know that it brings to market when they hear that name. So how does the Hack the Box brand name build credibility for your clients, the ones who are using it, when they say that your products are a part of their cybersecurity training and upskilling?
When I think about the credibility piece, it's an interesting lens on it. I'd say that for the teams that are using the Hack the Box Enterprise platform, as an example, which is typically where I'm focusing our time, and hopefully for our audience, I might just make a quick clarification. We are a community platform and we're an enterprise platform, right? Both have great offerings and great value. Community is more about individuals who are self-motivated going out on their journey. Enterprise being more for businesses that are looking to build best-in-class cyber capability development programs. As it relates to that enterprise platform, for those people that might be familiar with it from a community perspective, but haven't seen it in a business context, what is adding value or where they're getting really captured is our approach to building material. It is all about quality. It is all about relevance. It is all about things that are going to move the needle in terms of building someone's capability and readiness as a cybersecurity professional, right? Everything we do is real world orientated. It's not just, ooh, this is cool and fun, but it will never be applicable. It's going to be something that actually gets them better at the work they have to do. And that's, I think, how Hack the Box's credibility really helps in that enterprise context.
How can selling Hack the Box open new doors and networking opportunities for your partners?
Yeah, I love working with the channel, and I think that Hack the Box can be an incredible complement into a cybersecurity portfolio for the channel. I've actually worked in the channel for quite some time. And so I always bring the lens to it of, hey, if I were the channel partner here, why the heck would I be spending any time with Hack the Box? And so when I look at it from a channel partner perspective, I really think that we are an incredible complement to people who are talking about, okay, yes, you're going to have this major SIEM project, or we're doing a huge cybersecurity uplift, and we're going to need this technology, this technology, this technology. Hack the Box becomes a beautiful play. And how are we actually looking at making sure that our people who have to run all of this are engaged, are ready, have the skills that we need to continue to execute as we continue on this journey? And also, Hack the Box has a reputation for being fun, right? We're well known and we have great capability in delivering events. One of the things that we're talking about doing with some of my partners in this region this year are co-branded CTFs, Capture the Flags, where using Hack the Box's Capture the Flag platform that we use to run amazing events, we'll do something bringing in some of their target accounts or their kind of key customers and have like a fun day of getting more into cybersecurity, getting hands on the keyboards and having a great time learning, growing, and experiencing Hack the Box. It's one of those things where learning and fun don't have to be mutually exclusive. And I think Hack the Box has always done a really great job doing that.
Heather, you actually mentioned something earlier where you took the words right out of my mouth, because you actually come from a very deep channel background. You started on the vendor side, you went to the reseller side, so you were a big advocate already for doing business through the channel. So what are some things that you absolutely know your channel partners are looking for from their vendor partners, and how does Hack the Box stack up?
Yeah, I have an immense amount of empathy for my channel partners. I think that's sometimes a rarity on the vendor side of things to hopefully understand my channel partners' world. I know not every channel partner is the same, but in my world, I was in the value-added reseller side of things, primarily like a services business, right? The lens that I've taken from that experience that I bring to Hack the Boxes, I try to be pretty realistic about where I think that we fit in as part of someone's channel strategy. I don't expect that I'm going to start working with a new channel partner and their next move will be to drop their top focus areas and push Hack the Box really hard. My expectation is that I will be leading the first few deals, or we might start out where it's primarily pass-through opportunities. The type of products that I would get excited about when I was a reseller were ones where, okay, I had to quote this a couple of times and then I'm like, well, what exactly does this do? Why are these customers interested in this? What other of my customers will get value from this? Oh, okay, I see the value now because I've lived it and now I'm excited to go out. Right? I think I see vendors sometimes make a mistake in feeling like channel in is the only thing that's valuable. And I'm really passionate about channel out. Like if I can bring in a partner into a deal and that's going to speed up my time to get the deal done, or if I'm able to bring a partner into the deal and they're going to know the procurement process better than I am, or if I'm going to be able to bring a partner into the deal and it's just going to make everyone's life easier in some way, that's a great start for me. And then on the back end of that, I also now have that position where that partner hopefully is like starting to be like, okay, well, this Hack the Box, this is the second or third time that we've worked together. Let me actually dive deep. Oh, I have like 3 other customers that I think would be really interested in this. We're a really nice complement in many parts of a portfolio. Like if you're talking to cybersecurity teams or teams that are talking a big game as it relates to cybersecurity, I feel like we're such a no-brainer for channel partners that want to have a play in that space.
Yeah, it's a real hashtag. If you know, you know. And in this case, they're going to know.
See, I'm pretty sure I'm at the demographic bracket where I don't get to use the hashtags in that way. My daughter described herself as Skibbity Sigma today, and I just officially tapped out.
All right, Heather, let's get into my personal favorite part of the interview, the real world success story in which Hack the Box and a channel partner closed a major deal with an enterprise customer. And in this case, that customer was one of the largest telecommunications companies in Australia. So walk me through this journey and tell me how the channel partner was involved and what made this such a success.
I'm really excited to talk about this one. So this one, I had mentioned earlier, like I'm a big fan of channel out. This is very much the situation with this opportunity. So I'd had one of the largest telecommunication companies here in Australia. They'd reached out about looking at a Hack the Box solution. We'd scoped it out. We were at the point where we were talking about actually procuring the solution. They were pretty serious. And as soon as they were indicating they really wanted to actually pull the trigger, I was like, great. I have approximately 0% interest in going through your guys' procurement system. It would probably have been a 10-week at least process to get through onboarding with these guys and all the back and forth with legal. And I said, we've got to find somebody who you guys like working through, who I like working through, that we can identify together that will help us get this done. And the person I was working with said, yep, that sounds great. Between the two of us, we were able to identify a very well-known international reseller who I've done a good amount of work with, who I've found really, really easy to deal with. They were already set up as a vendor for that telco. I reached out to my main point of contact and they were able to, basically just quickly get a quote onto paper, get it over to my person. And then they ended up adding so much more value than just getting us to issue the legal process. Our reseller had already done a lot of work within this account and knew the procurement process there inside out, made the process so easy for my buyer to understand how to walk through, and got it. I want to say that we had everything done in about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, which way exceeded my expectations for speed on this.
I loved hearing that story. And it makes me want to know about the future. And for those listening, what should that story indicate to partners who are considering working with you? How can they replicate this level of success as a Hack the Box partner?
I can't speak for every partner and how they work and what they look for, but I can speak for what I know my approach is and what the channel team's approach is here. We are an incredibly collaborative team as it relates to our approach to the channel. our expectation is that everyone is going to start on their Hack the Box journey at a different point in time. You might want to become a reseller just for opportunistic deals like the type that I mentioned. You might hear what I was saying earlier about building programs and be like, oh my God, we're in so many cyber uplift program deals at the moment. This is such a no-brainer for us. We want to make this a strategic component. We are able to really build our channel relationship in a way that meets our partners' needs. We have a really amazing channel team here that is absolutely happy to field queries. If you're here in Australia or New Zealand and you want to reach out to me directly, I'm absolutely happy to kind of at least get the conversation started and kind of help you understand what path we might take as it relates to what that journey looks like. I think everyone is a little bit different, but we're really committed to understanding what our channel partners need and giving them the tools they need to be successful on their Hack the Box selling journey, right? Whether that's collateral, whether that's doing demos together, whether that's joint events, whether that's doing collaborative workshopping. Like, we really don't have a lot of limit in terms of how creative we can get when we think about working together.
Hack the Box unveiled its partner program in May of 2024, so it's still very new. Why is now a great time for resellers and solution providers to sign up, and who would make an ideal partner candidate?
I think that now is an excellent time to become a Hack the Box partner because we're at the point in our maturity where a lot of businesses are starting to see the need for something like an ongoing training platform, right? I would say that even when I started a year and a half ago, the appetite for that and understanding why they needed to be doing ongoing training in-house was not as mature as it is now. And I think that's only continuing. So more and more businesses are seeing the need for a platform like Hack the Box. So it's a great growth moment. And again, I'd also say that we have the right team in place at the moment to help our channel partners thrive with Hack the Box as part of its ecosystem. And again, I think we're a really no nonsense business. Like, we understand what channel partners need and how they operate, and we're able to really tailor how we work together to meet what they're looking for. So I would say the ideal type of channel partner, probably two major profiles when I think about it. One being, hey, you are a large player and you're doing a bit in cybersecurity right now. You're on a lot of different panels globally, and cyber something that you should be doing more in, or you have an expertise, but you know that there's still some gaps and you want to have a more fully fledged portfolio. I'd say that Hack the Box is an amazing complement in any kind of cyber capability portfolio for a large player, or for those niche boutique consultancies that are pure play cybersecurity. Not always boutique, because you can be quite big, but if you're a pure play cybersecurity consultancy and you do some product resell, I would say that Hack the Box is a really nice player in that, number one, you might actually make a really great training option for your teams if you're delivering cybersecurity services. So happy to talk about that as well. But when you're going out to your customers and helping them build programs, Hack the Box is a real no-brainer. So I would say that those are probably the two that jump to mind. If you're not within that kind of those sort of things, or you're like, hey, well, I'm interested in this, but we do more education, I think that that's absolutely something that we're interested in talking about. I don't want to be limiting too much, but those are definitely the two profiles that pop to mind first.
And in this case, we talked about an enterprise that's based in Australia, but just to clarify, where can your partners be located around the world?
Anywhere in the world. I'm here in Australia. I've got a team here in Australia. We have a global footprint. We're headquartered in Greece. We also have a major footprint in the United States, in the UK. If it's a place that has cybersecurity teams, then we are absolutely open to talking about partnership with you wherever you're located.
And how can interested solution providers sign up and get started at Hack the Box as a Hack the Box partner? Where can they go?
hackthebox.com/partners. And then you can also reach out to our channel team, who, again, they're absolutely amazing. They're at channelpartners@hackthebox.com. Channel partners, no break, at hackthebox.com. Reach out, email. They'll be happy to give you a bit more information, and you can find out if Hack the Box might be the right partner to build out your guys' approach to cyber capability development.
Heather, thank you so much for your time today. And thanks to you at home for joining us. For more episodes of Partner POV, check out channelinsider.com. Once again, I'm Katie Bavoso, and I'll see you next time.